If you're trying to cook up one of the most dangerous offenses in NCAA 26, then this Florida Gators playbook is going to be your go-to. We have heavy hitting power sets, spread out air attacks that are going to give you everything you need to dominate. And today we're going to jump into the pistol wing close, the pistol bunch, the normal Y off weak, the tight Y off flex, and the tight open. Whether you guys like the ground and pound or spread and shred, this Florida playbook is going to let you dictate the pace. Now let's break it all down. Welcome to the swamp. And if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys like the video, drop me a comment on what you guys want to see next, and also sub to the channel so you guys don't miss an upload for all of NCAA 26. Right away, we're jumping into pistol wing close here from this Florida playbook. And the reason why I like this a lot is because you have a stretch run and a halfback zone. The run is going to the strong side here to the right. If you want to flip this because the defense is shifted over to cover the right, if you flick left on your right thumbstick, it will now flip the play to the left. And if I want to go back to the right, I will just flick this right stick to the right. And then you just kind of follow your blockers, pick your holes. Guy really filled the gap well on the backside. Doesn't usually always happen. There is good users that know how to gap shoot though, but this is usually what you're going to get here. A lot of double team blocks. But again, just for consistency, you just watch. Don't hold turbo. Turbo will accelerate the block sheds. This play is super good at getting outside. And then once you complement that with the halfback zone, again, you want to flip it, run it to the right. You can run it to the right. If you want to go to the left, run to the left. And again, you just kind of pick your blocks here. Here, flip to play, and you see, here you go, getting outside, nice little 15 yards. So again, this is a good mix-up. They do a good job of missing blocks here on practice. I love it. But yeah, implement this halfback zone weak here. And this is a good conflict between that and the stretch. And then my favorite pass play out of this formation is the PA boot left. And you always want to flip to play or run it to your quarterback strong throwing hand. And the PA boots are going to leave the end unblocked. And they never, as we throw it behind a receiver, they never actually crash down to the quarterback. The only way I've seen it stopped is if a user goes and takes away here. And then here is just simple throw. You have A on the short crosser. You have X on the play before that we overthrew. Again, they commit, and let's just say everything's taken away. DJ Lagway, you can sprint upfield, or Sellers, or whoever your mobile quarterbacks are. And then the other thing, too, that I like is if they drop down, you then have this comeback as well. So then, of course, you have tight end attack. Tight end attack is a very good run. Very good pass. And the only thing I like to do is I like to put X on a speed out route. Here, watch the outside corners. I'm going to highball that just over that outside linebacker just so he can't get a crazy animation. Easy play. But you see he's one-on-one again. We look at it. He cooks the guy. Easy play, big yards, almost 30-yard touchdown. But people aren't expecting this. And once you mix it up out of the runs from the zone and the stretch and the boot, they're not going to go what the cover here. This is kind of like the verticals play from shotgun. RB gets into a nice little spot up the seam because B is occupied with the outside corner. Now, the only thing is I really like the A route a lot, but because there's no other routes to stretch underneath, is the A is very rarely in a spot where he kind of just gets open. And then the way, if you want to get him kind of involved in the play or make an opportunity, is maybe you drag RB, or you could drag B, streak X. So now you kind of got this whole high-low look, and then now you can throw it to him down the middle. So tight end attack, very good play. Mix up your plays out of this with the runs and the PA boot and tight end attack. Next formation, we're going to jump into the tight Y off flex, and I'm just going to go over these kind of quickly here, but the motion crack toss, the motion counter Y, the motion fake toss wheel. Great plays. Mix them up here to get the effectiveness. And again, I'm not really worried about the results right here, but just kind of showing you, if you mix up these particular plays, you have different opportunities open here. The swing route is going to get us 15 yards. The crosser came as a blocker. But once you start mixing in these motions with the other plays, people are going to overcompensate for guarding something. You can even roll out with your quarterback. Here, throw it to our crosser across the middle. But yeah, if you mix these plays up, the toss, this fake toss, the actual toss, and the other plays that we're going to go over, these plays are going to be super, super complementary and very, again, very tough to defend. They're not going to know what to do. I love these 2x2 symmetrical sets. And then we're just going to show you just the run. Again, is once you maybe ran the pass play 3 times out of the motion, they'll probably stop chasing the motion player over. Or maybe they go to run over there and stop it. So that's just going to open up opportunities here for plays like this where you hit this crack toss, get your blocks outside, and it's going to be a big play. And then when you complement that in with the counter Y, now you have everything from that fake toss to the crack toss. Now we're running it to the left here, and Florida State's defense jumps all over it. But the whole point is just showing you if you guys mix these up and you're going everything to the right, that eventually it's going to open up for the overcommitment here, and you're going to be able to find ways to navigate and create big plays off the unexpected. So not being a tell is the key. Mixing the plays up that they look the same is the key. And then getting into some of these pass plays here, you obviously have some of the runs inside zone, read option to complement as well too. Going to go into flood levels. Again, you can just kind of snap throw this. But the thing is here, obviously you have your flood with A and RB, quick read, and then X here, he really gets in there. It's not a drag. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a rounded drag up 5 yards, but he shoots across the formation so quick that he is open a lot of times. I feel like the users end up chasing him, and he really opens up the backside in from Y. Or what happens is X shoots off so quick that it catches people off guard. They're just not able to get over there. So then here I'm going to show you the backside in, show you how he frees him up. And right there they had it taken away. So we're just going to hit this corner route on the sideline. Again, so you just take whatever they're going to give you. No flat routes here. We throw to the running back. Take whatever you guys are going to give you. Again, it's all about moving the chains, easy reads, making the defense sweat here. And then here's this in cutting in route about 10 yards, and he gets open into a nice spot. So flood, great play. Love the concept out of any formation. Y cross is good because Y runs this speed out, even though it's not a traditional speed out, but he gets out over there really quick. X is kind of on this faded in super wide fade route. So he's going to stretch the outside. And then you have this deep crosser. You have the backside curl. The backside curl is super underrated again. And then the running back flat route, which is going to pull anything outside. So let's here we take a look. And you see just Y gets leverage and gets outside very quick. We didn't even have to pass it outside just because we knew off the leverage he was going to get open. You see that time the even guy came down press. So we're going to get away from that. We're going to take a look here at A and RB. RB on his curl route was a little bit of a tight throw there. But the reads are pretty simple on this. Again, Y, you have RB running the flat to the opposite side. If they don't drop down, throw it to him, try and make a guy miss. If not, take your 3 to 5 yards. And then here, as you notice, A, he's going to get underneath this linebacker here. So I'll throw it to him inside. And if he kind of cheats over a little bit here, or if they run man, curl route all day, going to be open a nice little space. So make sure we're adding this into the playbook. Last play going to take a look at here is bench drive. And again, Y is on the speed out, but now X is on a corner route, which is nice. Again, it looks like if they try to man up, it's going to be very difficult for the safety. If he has to be a man coverage about which one he's going to take, whether that's the speed out or the corner. And then you have this nice drag backside in from the drive combination on the back end between B and A. So again, take your reads. Y gets out there super, super quick. He's going to be our number one read always. And then you look here, see what else they're going to give us. B gets across the formation extremely quick. Again, threw him for 3 yards. Again, here, you notice he's getting taken away. This is where you throw the backside in. We got a bad pass lead animation there, but he's usually wide open here. Ooh, pressure came there. Luckily, we hit our check down for B. Let's see if I can show you A here. I just want to get A here. Here, boom. There we go. That's the throw we were looking for. Now looking at the tight open, right away I'm going into slot post. This is probably my favorite play in the formation. Super, super good. You have this drag with this backside in. Then you have the wheel route behind it. So there's going to be a lot of snap throw opportunities for your running back. X here is kind of on a wasted route, in my opinion. I like just putting him on a speed out route. And then Y is going to have this post where he really gets open if the slot corner shades outside or goes to play flat responsibility. You're going to have a snap throw to him in the seam. Also, what happens is with this drag and this deep in is that it's going to open up the middle of the field for pockets to hit Y and get underneath the safeties. So let's just take a look here. Here's the snap throw that I was talking about here with the running back. And you can run that anytime against certain zones as long as they're not playing hard flat. You're just kind of watching the defense there on the right and seeing how they react. Here's this backside in. Love that. Then you have the drag here that's going to come open or the speed out. But yeah, so you've seen the reads. We've hit the speed out. We've hit the running back wheel, backside in. Here's the drag that gets open real quick. You can just see the defense in the middle completely spread out. And the last time we're going to run this here, just really show you why Y is going to cook in this cover 2. We got it over the shoulder there. Jumping into normal Y off weak. But yeah, I'm just going to show you just a few of these here. Motion, stick, wheel. What makes this so good for me is I like, obviously, the motion wheel from the tight end. But you have this backside slant, and you also have this hitch. Really stresses the defense out here. And here's this hitch. And what makes this so difficult to guard is that when the tight end motions, if you're going to have 4 receiving options here to the left, here's where this backside slant comes open. He becomes a super threat. But yeah, it just makes it extremely difficult for the defense to account for all these. Here is this motioned out tight end. He gets in this wheel route. But yeah, super easy play to read here. You see between the tight end wheel and the hitch. The hitch just always seems to get open in a nice little spot there. And then once you run them with that, the motion stick, well, now we're going to hit this motion halfback screen. So again, it all looks the same. And here, boom, and the running back gets out quick. It almost doesn't even look like it is a screenplay. That's the reason why I like this. It's such a good mix-up. If you just watch, the running back doesn't really stutter. He gets out really quick. Boom. It's like he doesn't even set it up. It's almost like he's actually running the route, but the screen gets out there so quick with his blocker. So, and then you also have the routes upfield. If somebody vacates the middle, you can sprint, snap throw it to Y or even hit A. So, great play. That 2-play combination alone is good in itself. It is worth running this. And then my favorite play to run out of this is going to be shallow cross. Shallow cross, the only thing I like doing is I actually like putting this tight end here on a deep crosser. So you have this high-low basically with Y and A, and then you have the running back also coming underneath. Y just gets across the formation so quick. I feel like that's really tough for man coverage to stop because they're going to have to stop Y, the running back, and A, and they're all just on these man-beating routes. So again, just kind of show you here. We hit A there. It looked a little bit tight, but 20 was frozen with his eyes on the running back, so that's the reason why I just kind of knew it was going to be open. Here again, kind of hit the running back. I threw it early just because I saw he had the outside leverage, and I didn't want to throw it to him. He was cutting up in the middle. But they're pretty just simple reads. They really beat kind of everything. Here's Y going to win again. Tight end was winning late. I just didn't want to hold on to the ball too long. And then the last thing you can do, actually, if you just want to add something different, again, I always talk about solo side receivers in comeback routes if there's no help. Here there is. The comeback's there. If you had a mobile quarterback, you have the ability to run to the outside as well. So make sure you guys are throwing this in there. Last thing here is this pistol bunch. They have a really good pistol bunch here. They don't really have any of the bunch stuff in Florida's playbook like that. But here they have, to me, what makes this so good. You have a wide zone, you have the dive, you have a read option, inside zone split. So you have 4 different runs here to capitalize with this, along with the bunch concepts that are in this formation. Here, corner strike. Again, one of the better shotgun formations in the game, and it's in pistol. And it's super simple. All I like doing on this, streaking a solo receiver on a comeback. And your reads are going to be right to left here. I'm looking at B, seeing if he gets outside leverage. They play deep. We hit this flat route underneath. And if I sense they're running some kind of blitz or man blitz, X and RB are going to be the two reads. Usually B just has sometimes a hard time getting outside, even though it's being so good. But if there's no help, one-on-one receiver on the comeback all day is a money route. It's almost, to me, it's one of the cheapest routes in the game. Best routes in the game, but cheapest in that you can really abuse it. And it doesn't seem like the AI kind of adapts to it. But here, reading, here's this little spot to the B route on the corner. Super, super good route. And if your quarterback gets a decent pass animation like you want him to, passing it down and outside is going to make it super easy to complete this. And again, here they just give up underneath, and we're fine with taking our 7-8 yards. Then we have flanker drive. Flanker drive is no different than the other drive. But again, solo receiver here on a comeback. And then you have this B and 8. And the reason why I like the B route so much is if you notice, I'll show you guys here on the next play after we finish scoring. All right, so against the zone look here, let's just watch B, right? Watch how he waits at the line of scrimmage. Now it comes open, and it's a delayed drag. And, if there's aggressive users on defense, they want to come down, take anything. But he just sits there. He just sits there and he waits. Boom. Super easy. Hit him. Take your free yards. Then we got tight end angle here. Tight end angle, very, very good. Again, solo receiver on a comeback. And then I like putting B here on a speed out. And so, again, my read is going to be right to left. You see, he took the speed out. It opened up the angle for the tight end. If that's not covered right away, we got this drag. And then let's get back over here and just show you now. It looks like there's, looks like there is going to be, let me reset the play here. You're going to have B one-on-one, and you're going to have X one-on-one on the left. So they want to run this cover one look. I'm hitting this comeback. I'm picking on any corner you got in the game. Easy completion. And then again, now here, it's just show outside. They didn't play underneath coverage, and we got a jumping animation, but the guy's wide open. Run it one more time. Take your 3 to 4 yards. If he gets outside and the corner drops back, it's just going to be a simple play. So, tight end angle. Very last play we're going to take a look at is Seattle. Again, we're going to keep the solo receiver here on a comeback the entire time. And here is, you're going to have B on a snap throw. He gets out there. Again, normally it'll get a little bit better if they don't play hard flats. Here it looks like they're going to get us with some kind of man blitz. So here, you're watching. They actually played a match coverage here, but the A on the crosser is going to do a great job of winning. If we get zone here, you're not going to see it because they ran more match. If we can get a zone look here, I'll show you where RB is going to really win. Here we're just going to hit our check and release. Since he's open, if they keep playing man, go to the comeback, check and release to the running back, tight end on the crosser, or the slot receiver on the crosser. And then here, right here, RB on his little vert route up the seam. Super good. And then here, this is where the snap throw to the outside receiver is really, really good. So again, is stuff in here beats man and zone. This is probably the best play in my opinion. It's super easy to run, and you don't need to make any adjustments. That's going to conclude the full breakdown of the Florida Gators playbook. And if you guys are not already scheming something deadly with these, you guys are going to fall behind. So we got 2 pistol formations in the wing close and the pistol bunch. You have tight open, tight Y off flex, and then the normal Y off weak. If you guys learned something new or found a formation you're about to build around, drop me a like, hit the sub button, and let me know in the comments what playbook or team you guys want to see broken down next. More heats on the way all year long, more breakdowns, more ways to dominate NCAA 26. This is Louisianimal Gaming. Catch you guys on the next one.